Afghanistan's most important election is approaching. Afghans know that. For a decade and more, this country has marched to the tune of Hamid Karzai and a huge contingent of foreign troops. That predictable beat is about to end. Presidential hopefuls range from old fighters to a former finance minister. To win, they have to win here in conservative Kandahar. Ashraf Ghani Ahmadzai draws a big crowd, despite tight security in this birthplace of the Taliban. He's been a key man in President Karzai's team, a World Bank economist.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
But here, it's his tribal credentials that matter in this heartland of Pashtun tribes. They're all with me, he shouts, descendants of the ancient Pashtun kings. He grips the hand of President Karzai's cousin. Kandahar is the Karzai's ancestral home. But the family is divided in this election. But Ghani says he's the man who can bring peace to this area that has seen some of the worst fighting. But the Taliban are carrying out suicide bombings almost every day now. Why would they talk to him if he wins?
The context is different. The international forces are not here at the kind of numbers that made them doubtful that they will ever leave. We have succeeded at the military transition. We have brought about a massive participation of the public in this election. Look, North, South, East, West, they're massively participating in this election. Democratic process is gaining ground and working. So the mandate that we will have is a very different mandate.
There's no doubt Afghanistan is moving forward, however slowly. Afghans take huge pride in that. These police stand guard in the morning rush hour just to salute official vehicles as they go by. But whoever sits in those cars next should look beyond the salute to the shadows, where one of the biggest challenges for the next president lies: the jobless. These are the day laborers who sit here waiting for cars to stop to offer them work. But there's less work now, less aid, less investment, as foreign troops pull out. There's no work, this man laments. Where's the government? They're only thinking about the elections, he says. They don't know the nation is jobless. Afghans don't want to lose what they've gained, and women have the most to lose. Rise, rise, women, they sing. Hold your head up high. Break the chains of oppression. Afghan women are still held back by tradition, and they worry about Taliban threats. But there are some success stories. Habiba Sarabi has been a minister of women's affairs, the only female governor in Afghan history. Now she's running for vice president. Do you believe in equality, she asks. Yes, they roar. Do you want prosperity? There's a lot to fight for. If you come to power, what for you would be the first priority if you want to move women forward and keep the gains?
The law. Because if we didn't have so progressive constitution, I was not standing as a vice president for some of the candidates. So this is our constitution that gave me a chance to stand as a vice president for one of the tickets. That's why law and constitution is much more important than the other things.
Drive anywhere in Afghanistan and there are the reminders of the progress, including girls going to school. Today we're driving north of Kabul to a rally for a candidate who believes the best people to run Afghanistan are the men who fought its wars. Abdul Rasul Sayyaf is an Islamist scholar, one of the most notorious warlords. But in the past decade, he's been useful to the West, And in this election, he's even talking about women's rights.
How's the campaign going, Ustad Sayaf?
I will meet you.
Okay, thank you.
Sayaf only moves with his private army. He fought against the Taliban in this area, and he's still at the top of their hit list.
Look at the people, look at the guns. This is a man with a lot of importance and other enemies. Just look at the crowds that have gathered here to Abdul Rasul Sayaf's rally. This is a man who symbolizes one of the bloodiest periods of Afghan history. But the number of guns you held still matters here in Afghanistan. But this kind of rally also emphasizes that having guns is no longer enough.
His rally brings out the men they call Mujahaden. They fought against Soviet troops in the 90s. This isn't a gathering of voters, they're devotees. The Mujahaden aren't playing a big enough role in government, he tells them. It's not enough to just be in the army and police. But he says men like him are misunderstood.
Unfortunately, in the world, whenever they see somebody who is wearing turban and have beard, they are thinking that they don't know anything. We guided our nation in a very bad situation in the days of the war. When we were able to guide our nation in that situation, then to guide it in the smooth situation, it is 10,000 times easier than that one.
In Kabul, Afghans often head to this magnificent Saki shrine to offer prayers for their wishes, their worries. It's busy these days, but in a few days they'll put their faith in a ballot box again, hoping a new leader will emerge who can help give them a safer and better life.